Okay, we're live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live. How's everybody's Friday going? Let me know in the comments if you guys are on this live right now. You guys know we do this every single Friday at 12 p.m. So, what's up, guys? I hope you guys all had an amazing week. Today, on this merry, lovely Friday, my name is Marcus. I have my partner Trevor over here. Trevor, say what's up.
What's up, PeakFlow family?
PeakFlow family. I like that. Guys, yo, I actually want to talk about this. You ever heard this quote, Trevor? The quote goes, "Your network is your net's worth." You ever heard that before?
Yes, for sure.
So my question isn't have you heard actually. My question is when did you hear that? Because you probably heard that a lot earlier than I did.
Yeah, very early on, like when I was watching Gary Vee videos before I started my business, motivational type videos.
That's so interesting because when I was getting started into like dropshipping, like right before that, I watched this video about getting out of college and like if you're watching this right now and you're just graduating, you need to listen to this. You know what I'm talking about or no?
I I think I remember. I watched a different college video. I watched Hermosi's college video.
Oh, that made you like kind of
Yeah,
like
that made me just take action.
wait. Tell people about this. Like, where were you at? You were first year of college, and then you heard Harmosi's. Like, what
I
was
was
that?
like I was like 2, 3 weeks into college, and it was easy for. By the way, like it was just online college. I was going to get education or a degree in software engineering,
Mhm.
and the first 2, 3 weeks was piece of cake, just like any other school or college. And then after it started getting into like it was like these English topics. I forget what it's called, like financial. No, not financial. I don't remember the
English
exact
literature.
topic, but it's pretty like stupid. Like instead of teaching you how to read and write, it's talking about I don't know, just like the how poems are written, the philosophy behind that, just like nonsense that doesn't really matter. So at the same time, Hermosi posted a video about like it was basically a topic about how his neighbor, which was like an 18-year-old, was pursuing college, but also wanted to drop out and also do sales or whatever his business or job was. And basically, the video just said like, "Hey, if you're gonna drop out, you may as well do it now. Why wait until you're 1 year in, 2 years in, or almost about to graduate? You may as well drop out now because if you know that's the right choice, you should do it now instead of waiting." So
Imagine
that's
being a
exactly
neighbor to
what I
Alex
did.
Hormozy. Sorry, I was just like, imagine being a neighbor to Alex Hormozy and then hearing that.
Yeah, he's like
Would you have? You think you would have dropped out of college right after if like Hormozy was
he
your
did.
neighbor?
He actually made another video
Like right
with
after?
like a not right after, but like a few months or a year later update, and it basically the guy did like 300K in a year, his first year in business.
For sales?
After dropping out, yeah, or something like that.
Impressive.
So, and then the next year after that, I think he did even more. So he made the right choice, basically.
And then you felt so inspired, right, Trevor? You're just like, you know what? Like, fuck this whole college thing. Like, they just made more in the first year than the whole entire investment. It's all just numbers, ROI, right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Ian, what's up, man? Mr. Din, ask away. Right now, me and Trevor. Before we go into questions, ask it all the way right now. We're gonna go into today's topic, which is going to be niche selection. So, what we're gonna cover is, well, first off, some wins, of
Weekly
course.
wins.
Shout out to Ray. We actually just were on a call with him, but he's killing it. Trevor, why don't you share some of the wins going on right now? Starting off with Ray on the first week of Q4.
Yep, 17,000, just 15 orders. It's kind of a lower AOV, but even though it's like 1,000 or 1.1K AOV, that's still 15 orders for 18,000 in sales. Nothing to sneeze at, for sure. Um, we got the man Marcus in here.
This was one order that I got. at 15K. And I believe the next one is going to be Akib. Yeah.
Akib,
So
basically, like, it was all on the same day. Everyone just sharing wins. Like, count me in. Second
yo, what's
quarter
up,
of
Ray?
this
What's up, Ray?
amazing journey.
Yo, look, guys. Like, we're not trying to brag. We're not trying to rub this off. We're just sharing you guys some of the wins inside of our community, just to show you like the stuff that we're showing you guys on our YouTube, our Instagrams. Like, this stuff does work. It's a legitimate business model. It requires a real LLC. If you guys want to learn more about LLC and business setup, we've done that in our previous lives. And if you guys are first joining in now, we're like literally dedicating every single Friday to helping anybody build a successful high ticket store. In fact, we're going to go first off by explaining everything, but then we're actually going to go hands-on as well as the weeks go by. But right now, we're just showing you guys, like, as long as you guys follow this proven blueprint that's been replicated many, many times, you guys can get results like these too. So that's just the truth of things. Second order for Akib. Shout out to Akib. But moving forward, we got Ruggy as well. Honestly, it's too much flexing, Trevor. We gotta go forward. No, I'm not gonna lie. We have one more because Tyreek actually we've been talking a little bit. He's been like hitting up the chat a lot. So I'm honestly happy to see like some of the orders and his leads pulling through as well. And yeah, let's keep going. Anybody that's new, I feel like I feel like I say this a million times every single time we go live, but I'm just, for anybody that is like new coming into live, you guys don't know me. My name is Marcus Slam. I am from Brooklyn, New York, and I come from an Asian immigrant family. My parents came from China in hopes of a better life. They kind of taught me growing up to kind of go to like Princeton, Yale, and they wanted me to go to like those big colleges. I was the kid that couldn't do it, not like the Asian disappointment, but I was not trying to be no doctor, lawyer, or anything. So all you racist motherfuckers out here, like, no, not every Asian needs to be like a doctor, lawyer, right? Like, we could be businessmen as well. So probably in the middle of college was time when I hit like my enlightenment years of just like, I don't know if I want to do this full time of like the traditional way. So I started like reselling shoes. I started getting into like flipping things. That's retail arbitrage. And then I got my feet went into dropshipping. But from dropshipping, a lot of you guys are probably seeing like the China model, but I did that. I lost a lot of money, went to debt. And then I had to like really figure out my entire life and figure out how to come back from it. And high ticket dropshipping, like, changed the trajectory of my life, that being said. And so during the hardest times, the quote that stuck with me, simplified 4 words. I love small, short wisdom quotes. Now is not forever. Anybody that's watching this right now, you're not where you want to be. You keep on, you have goals. Bro, now is not never. Like, it might suck at the moment. You might be feeling a lot of pain. Okay, keep going. Like, now is not forever. So I hope this message, anybody that's struggling with not even just business and life, I hope you guys find that message well. So now I'm gonna pass on Trevor. Trevor, spotlight's yours, bro.
Yo, what's up? So basically my story is very similar, except that basically in the beginning of the live, I dropped out of college like a month in, or 1 or 2 months in. But basically my story is very straightforward. I got exposed to e-commerce entrepreneurship at a very young age, and I started dropshipping in 2017 with eBay. Also did a little bit of Amazon, did some Facebook Marketplace, and then since 2021 did high ticket dropshipping. I've done tons of business models out there, like every single one that's well known. I probably had tried at some point. Now I've learned to control myself, like shiny object syndrome. Like, I'm just sticking with high ticket dropshipping for the foreseeable future. And I'm from Michigan. And if there's one thing you should take away from this, is essentially the longer you stay consistent with one business, the more likely you will succeed with it. And basically, I would believe there's luck to business, but the more and longer that you stay at one single business, the more luckier you are.
Thank you
But with
guys
that
for all the
being
love
said,
in the comments. Sorry to cut you off, Trevor. I'm sorry to cut you off.
all good, all good.
I just want to say thank you guys for everybody in the comments. And I just want to say before we go into like the technical, like niche selection also, a lot of you guys probably watching this, rewatching this recording, you guys are trying to build a business, right? You guys are trying to level up, get some financial income coming in. And the best advice I want to give in like a higher level is that, like, any of the business models work. Like even what Trevor tapped into, like all of those business models, everything has trade-offs, right? It's all about like how much input for output. And for us, we found high ticket dropshipping to kind of have, you know, least amount of inputs, but the most amount of output and leverage. You get to learn all of the important things of what makes a business whole, which is like marketing, sales, operations, and finance. So in terms of, because I'm trying to answer Ian right now as we go into this right before, so he understands the big picture, bird's eye view, is that if you want to help anybody get into dropshipping, if you want to help anybody start a business, it's more of like the mindset first and foremost, and just understanding what you're kind of getting into. Guys, business is like, you know, it's war. You have to be sharp. And so if you cannot be sharp with your own personal life, if you can't, you know, get past the snooze button or get yourself to a gym and just and refine yourself, you're gonna find it very hard, challenging to start any business, dropshipping, whatever we tell you guys, if you're not a sharp person yourself. So I just want to point that out there before we go into, you know, the technicals, which is like niche selection. A lot of people come into starting dropshipping stores. They're trying to find a winning product. They're trying to find the right niche. And it's the same thing of it's the same concept of what I just said with the business models. With niches, there's also trade-offs as well. Some niche perform better than others. Others perform less than others. It's more of which trade-offs are you willing to do and which niche is most relevant and resonates towards you. So I'll let Trevor like kind of expand more on that of the niche technical selection.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't watched the first two live streams, which is what this business model is about, it is high ticket dropshipping. I would recommend you watch it, but after you watch this live. Um, so step number one on building this business is setting up the business. You know, we need the LLC, we need the EIN, the resale certificate, all the banking, credit cards. So we touched about that in the previous live, but now we have all the legal side set up. It's time to pick a niche. We want to be narrowed down in a specific niche, pick a handful of products that all correlate to a specific type of target audience, and essentially we're going to show you exactly how to do it live. So rundown on this step is going to be like very straightforward. We're going to show you how to do niche research using 3 different techniques: random word generator, approach number 2, which is touching grass, which is also known as going outside. Approach number 3 is ChatGPT. And then we're also going to teach you how to find a domain. So with that being said, I'm going to pull up the Google browser, and then we're going to need our handy dandy tool, which is going to be
randomwordgenerator.com. So you guys always ask like, what's the best procs to choose? Trevor's literally going to go into find a random word. What does muggy mean? Is that even a word, bro? Let's just do muggy. Muggy means is a slang.
Warm,
unpleasantly damp. Warm and humid. So like if a guy comes off too strong to a woman, they could be muggy. He's like too much in my space. I'm playing. I don't know.
You're too muggy.
But basically, guys, you just choose random words, and then you could put it onto Google Shopping, list it for above $1,000, and then from here on, you guys could start seeing like what the market is selling. The best way you could find the best winning niches process is like just look at what people are spending money on right now. So we're gonna pull up the notepad because this one caught my eye. And in fact, we're actually gonna hit up the Bugatti dealership soon. But not this kind, not the electric scooter. I thought this was gonna be like those car trucks that kids drive, but these are interesting. What the hell is this? That's like a fake Bugatti brand. That's like low key. Like,
no, it's real. It's real.
What?
Bugatti makes scooters.
Bugatti makes scooters?
Yeah, of course I'm on a VPN and it's taking forever to load. But we'll open a few. But
we'll open a few. We'll get some ideas.
In the meantime, while we're waiting for this to load, is if anyone saw the Tesla event last night,
the cyber van. Yo, that cyber van. Oh, the robo taxi.
Yeah.
I didn't really get into details. What happened, bro?
It's a fully autonomous car. It's $30,000. It's coming on like 2026 or 7. And basically just there's no steering wheel, there's no mirrors, there's nothing. There's just one screen. You hop in, It drives you to your destination.
That's to compete with the new China car that's coming out, right? Like I know there's a car from China that's like super cheap and affordable and it's like all electric as well.
The thing
Or is it
is, yeah, probably. The thing is, if Americans could buy Chinese cars with no import tariffs,
they
the
will?
American companies would go out of business.
Yeah.
They could just produce it so much cheaper in China. If there was no tariffs, all the U.S. companies would be bankrupt if they
How do
can
you feel
buy
about electric
Chinese
cars, Trevor?
electric cars. Yeah, I mean, I feel like all the car companies are headed towards that, and eventually everyone will have one. And the movie that you sent me like a while ago, kept forgetting the
Oh,
name. But if everyone drove like a electric car and they're all computer operated, all of a sudden government wants to snap control all the cars and then just shut down the whole world. If everything is controlled by computers, someone is behind it, and if someone's behind it, all of a sudden like they could take it all away from you in the
just a
snap.
disclaimer. I didn't know Trevor was gonna play with fire like this, guys. But since we're on this topic, yo, this is absolutely possible where like if the world adopts electric cars, first of all, you guys know Tesla is a data company, right? It's not even a car company, it's a data company. But second of all, the movie was called Leave the World Behind. It's a Netflix original. It was directed by Barack Obama, former President Barack Obama. He directed it. Leave the World Behind. And this is something known as I forget the exact wording, but it's like preemptive programming. It's like before things happen, they have to put it out to kind of program everything. So that's why you guys see like Simpsons kind of predicting what's going on. That a lot of things are in play. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but the theory does stand, which is that like if the world goes into electric and it is computer, and you know if someone's on the other side controlling that computer, well, it does get tricky because let's say you disagree with something that the government may say and you're trying to start a maybe like protest or something and they kind of just you know you can't, bro, they if they control your vehicle you cannot even drive to the protest. You gotta walk there. I mean, like, by the time you walk there, you have lost your fire, you know, and then you put like tax and tariffs, bro. If you really think about it, right, as like from a business owner perspective, like first you get income tax, then you get sales tax, and then when you pay items, you get like more tax. So they're kind of like controlling like the liquid supply, and we're not gonna get too crazy into that. Let's just focus back onto the product researching now, but this is like side note. If you
I
guys
actually
want
like
to inside
found some
PeakFlow.
like really unique products. I
Trevor,
actually
how was
did
I
not know.
talking for 30 seconds and then you found such crazy unique products? Like, what was you doing, bro?
You saw it all live. There's no
Yeah.
cuts. Just went on
There's
a
no cuts. There's
few
no cuts. We're going,
websites.
we're going raw dog on this bit. I'm playing. I'm sorry. Let's focus.
um,
Bit.
yeah,
Oh,
Bitcoin,
interesting. Bitcoin mining.
crypto mining machines.
Yeah.
This could be a whole store by itself. I did not know you can actually become dealers for Bitmain. Like Bitmain's the biggest, I
Yeah.
think the biggest like manufacturer for these.
Wait,
But
Trevor, you
maybe
want to
they,
walk through like how you found it real quick? Like, how'd you get to here? Just so someone might have
yeah,
not.
just literally clicked on this listing. I clicked on this listing, took me to this website, just browsed their categories. Like, interesting. Browse by
That's how we
coin.
find winning niches, guys. It's by actually just going in the dirt and just looking. Seek and you shall find.
Wow. So this is maybe a little bit off topic, but like, if I wanted to buy crypto miners, why don't I just become a dealer for them and just get wholesale price and just buy it wholesale?
Yo, don't give them $1 million idea, bro.
Okay,
Actually,
go
you should
shut.
be. You should be.
I'll shut my mouth. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So Bitcoin miners in itself is 100% a niche. There's more than enough suppliers here. Shop by algorithm. This is for the technical crypto bros. Miner resources. So they literally, yeah, out of this store, Garage Direct online, I would just start I don't know why you're even selling mining rigs. I guess they go in garages or sheds, but you could
Mm,
start a whole Bitcoin or cryptominer.com store and just put all these on there.
that would be crazy.
And then we saw these arcade machines, which are absolutely crazy too, like Mario Kart for
Yo, I know,
14,000.
we've been going a little off topic, but I'm gonna go a little more off topic today. I've seen these gaming machines, in Coney Island. You know Coney Island, Trevor?
Yeah.
Yeah, Coney Island's like a place. Anybody that's outside New York, they're like Coney Island's like a landmark in New York. And then I walked past the arcades one time, and I saw like some of the brands that I was a dealer for. Yeah,
Yeah, so we obviously have the Bitcoin
Bitcoin mining.
miner arcade store. And obviously, you want to do this a little bit more officially, like in a spreadsheet that we give you on school. But we're just gonna wing it for now.
Yeah,
So
let's show
interesting.
them one more. What is that? Mototech. They're like those riding things. Yeah, what are those?
Go karts.
Go karts is cool.
When you think of go kart, like what? Let's see, what would go with go karts?
Mm, go kart tracks. These are like kids though. I think
This is
this
just
is what I was talking about before. Like those ride on cars. That's why I was like. But these, I don't think these go. They go for 2,500.
yo, yeah. These are the drivable cars, but like, have you seen like parents buy like these cars as beds for kids? Have you like
That
Lightning McQueen beds, like Lightning McQueen kids life size beds.
you're freaking not joking.
Yeah, I seen.
You gotta be super bougie to have your kid sleep in a
In
$1,600.
the Lambo.
Yeah, side Lambo. Like, not even on his bed, side bed.
Yeah, so that's another angle we could explore. It's like
Roger said
kid
helmets.
helmets,
Search helmets on Google and let's see what we could do.
like motorcycle helmets.
Do helmets go above like a
Oh,
thousand?
have you
Oh,
seen these? They're
I'm
like
sure those are
you
patented though. No,
you put it on your face and then like you click a button and it just goes over your face. Like it's like a full
you what?
mask. Yeah, I've seen these like on YouTube. Like
What in the
you
world is
you
this?
click a button. You know, this video will probably show.
Oh, and then it
Yeah,
puts like covers your face.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You
that's
click a
pretty cool.
button and then it covers your face.
That's pretty cool.
So this is where they're getting it for like $500, $600.
Oh.
But also like different types of helmets, like football, obviously, motorcycle, water
Oh, are there
sports,
high
maybe.
ticket helmets?
100%.
I would assume like factory helmets, right? Like
During
scientific
yeah
construction
during
helmets.
during COVID, you can buy those like hazmat suits.
Hazmat suits.
Those go for like 10 to 20 grand.
No, they
And I,
don't.
th- and I thought about dropshipping them, but obviously like now it would the audience is so much smaller.
I was selling hazmat suits when COVID was hitting, and then they got like restricted. They were dropping for like $200, like 100. I was getting it for like 120, and I was selling for 250. No,
Hmm.
I don't. Maybe I had the cheap one. Maybe give like some cheap
Okay, so
ass.
this is like another. This is a huge store, and I don't even know how to explain this. like these product types. They go into like
Air purifier. Oh, I
I feel
don't
like
know.
scientists maybe would buy this. It's really
Chemist?
hard to.
Chemist?
Yeah,
I
honestly, I
don't
do not know,
know.
but like you can see, like there's so many high ticket products, and when people come to my niche selection calls with the same niches, saunas, massagers, and greenhouses, I'm like, did you even spend like 10 minutes?
Just be a little more unique, right? And just like and you'll find it.
Yeah, like it's not anything crazy. Like I just see the same 10 niches on every single list over and over again.
No, you know what it is? Let's talk about that. It's like I think some people is just like they just don't want to like go into the wrong niche. So how do you talk to someone like that? Like they honestly kind of know which niche to go into, but they want to make sure it's the right niche because it's such a big commitment. What do you have to say to
Yeah,
that? Amount.
yeah, I mean that's the whole point of my niche selection call to like will help you pick it one on one. But I'm just saying like on your initial niche research, like you're just putting all the ideas into the spreadsheet. It's the same ideas. I just see the same ideas over and over again. And I just see the same messages. There's oh, it's so competitive. There's only so many niches. Well, within 10 minutes we found at least five different niches. Every single time it doesn't amaze me. Like I'm not I don't need to prep for this. We just literally generated a random word, muggy, that we never heard before, and now we're looking at
Like air
stuff like this.
respiratory, yeah. It's really that straightforward, guys. It's like not too like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, in my opinion, the best way to find niches. The other two approaches, which is ChatGPT, like ChatGPT does work, and you can use it to generate words and put into Google as well. But I guess ChatGPT is just more predictable. It generates mostly sometimes the same results.
I actually did a product research method with ChatGPT to find the best niches. It's on my YouTube channel, but Trevor like nailed it on spot. It's like it'll give you some answers, but it is more like general. Like it's very, very general actually. So if you want to like make it like more in depth, really find a good niche, it's like you just have to go in the dirt and look at the market, and then you just kind of go into a rabbit hole. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this would be like a respiratory protection store.
that is so like niche now.
Yeah, it is niche, but also you can see it like there's quite a bit of product types. You have scuba equipment, I think.
SCBA.
Okay, maybe that maybe I'm wrong. Uh,
No,
yeah, honestly, do not know what this is, but this is good. Like, if you don't know what it is, and I don't know what it is, chances are someone else doesn't know what it is. And
I
if
know,
you
right?
found it, that means like nobody's gonna think of this when they're doing their niche research.
Yeah, air pumps. Cool.
And we actually had a client, I think it's Justin, right? He's in like one of the most unique niches I've ever seen before.
Yeah.
We won't say what niche it is, but like he had an order on his Shopify dashboard for like 98,000.
You can't say what niche is, but it truly like opens your eyes to like, oh, this is so interesting. I would never thought about like just never. So
If something is produced, there means there is demand. Otherwise, it would disappear from the marketplace pretty quickly.
yeah,
It's always even though there might be only 1,000 people looking for these, there are still people looking for these. Otherwise, the manufacturer would not be wasting time designing them, um,
true.
and producing them, and then having to deal all with the dealers. Like they don't, they're not in the business to waste time and money. They're
No.
in it to make money.
So you have to
But yeah,
capitalize on the opportunity.
yeah. Honestly, we really don't need any other niche ideas besides these three. These are honestly
Mhm.
people can take these like Bitcoin mining machine. Honestly, I really like this mainly because of the fact that I would love to own some Bitcoin mining
Bitcoin
machines
mining.
myself.
Yeah,
If I can get them at wholesale,
that's the whole business, bro.
Yeah.
What's up, Adrian? Guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to, put it in the chat.
But with these three stores, let's just go on Namecheap, see any good domains, and someone, if we find a good domain, someone might just buy it right off the stream. I, I released like a video a while ago on like a music store, and after I posted the video,
You bought
someone
it?
bought the domain. Yeah,
That's
I
so
checked
funny.
back on that video, and the guy didn't do anything with it.
Damn. Don't be
maybe he's
wasting
just wait.
the
He
domain, bro.
maybe he's just waiting until like people forget about the video, and then he's taking action.
Don't wait for the perfect moment. Make it. That's always been my code of conduct.
Yeah, in terms of like how you validate a good niche, it's just going to be demand. Over 20K people searches per month for it. Competition. Ideally low competition to medium competition. And at the end of the day, any niche will work. It's just if you fit more of these criteria, the faster you'll get to your goal of 50,000 a month at 10K a month profit. So demand, competition, seasonality, non-seasonal niches. Seasonal niches can work, but the only way to balance it out is just, for example, if you're selling lawnmowers and there obviously people can be buying them during the summer, then put snowblowers on your store so you can balance out the seasonality. So, yep, demand, competition, seasonality, and really just suppliers. Enough suppliers. You want to be able to easily find 10 plus. So, there we go. Bitcoin mining machines, like most of the times, guys, like you don't really need to plug these keywords into the keyword tool. These are huge markets, Bitcoin mining machines. Like you're talking about the whole crypto market. I guarantee you this Bitcoin miners has more than 20 searches,
A
20,000
lot of
searches.
people.
But keyword research tool for, I usually use Ahrefs, Ubersuggest, or SEMrush, but I'm not logged into any of those accounts, so we gotta use one of these free tools. So, Marcus, what are your thoughts on these three?
Yeah, I mean, you covered it all, right? Like, in terms of what you look for, is going to be like demand, sustainability, which is competition. I will also maybe mention supplier quality. For me, when I'm vetting through my niches and suppliers, I try to just kind of get to know the company, also see like try to figure out their management. Meaning, if they respond fast to me on email or they're picking up when I call them, that's a really good sign. I've had cases when like I would call some suppliers and like they it's like middle of the day of Wednesday and straight to voicemail, and then I'll call like 2 hours later and straight to voicemail. I'm like, how are you guys doing business? Like, or email, they respond like freaking a week later, So that's the only thing I probably add on. Everything else was spot on.
Nice. Yeah, I've used this tool before. It's not very accurate. It usually underestimates how much volume there is. Because I tried this tool before and I put it into Moz MOZ and it said like 10K, and then Google Keyword Planner there was 100K. So
I
I don't
would
know
recommend
what's.
the SEMrush um, and
Yeah,
keyword. Yeah,
Ubersuggest, SEMrush, use those tools. We really can't on this tool or on this live because we had to sign up with a new account and I had to blur all the emails, the passwords, and all that
yeah.
stuff. Not fun.
But Leono just said, "Good morning. Good morning." It's actually afternoon
Yeah.
now.
Why don't you read the comments and answer some questions real quick?
Yeah, bro, for sure. And then Trevor's gonna come back with some back end like, "Yo, look at this niche, guys." uh, High tickets. So the background is high ticket store secured 8 suppliers. Currently in the process of adding all 80 plus products to the store. I'm not going to reveal the niche, but it's a good niche. I like it. 80 plus products, I say, is probably a little bit lower. I feel like you should probably have lots of products, especially if you have 8 suppliers. But I don't know which suppliers specifically. But I would just say keep going. Like you just have to add the suppliers and then kind of verify them, through the metrics that Trevor just showed. Make sure they also have map policy and start running ads. Keep on going. That's all I have to say. Good work. Job's not finished. Other than that, Adrian, what's good, bro? Tony, love, appreciate you. Tyreek, we were shouting you out earlier before, so thanks for chiming in. Ray, my guy, appreciate you. Ian, best of luck to your friend. Din, you never asked me that question. Just leave me hanging there. Tyreek said he got a good niche idea. Can I blast it to and tell everybody on the live and then the recording as well?
Nobody's.
They could take
I
it.
bet nobody's gonna do it.
What's a good Google Shopping ads budget? Good question. Starting budget, I say at least 1,000 to 2,000. What do you think, Trevor?
For the whole business?
He just asked, "What's a good Google Ads shopping? What's a good Google Shopping ad budget?"
$30 a day minimum.
Yeah,
That's across the whole account.
30
So
days.
the thing with the one mistake that people, $30 a day or 1,000 a month for your first month minimum. The thing that people make in terms of mistake is they have tons of suppliers, like 8 suppliers, and then you have a $30 a day budget. Well, it's gonna, if you distribute that all evenly across 8 suppliers, it's gonna take you really long to see which supplier works and which one doesn't. So
Right.
in your case, like $30 a day, I would test 3 suppliers at a time. And once you find which suppliers sell out those 3, which ones don't do as well, you can cut budget and increase budget on the best performing brands and just repeat that cycle, because it's going to take you basically a very long time if you're testing 8 suppliers with just $30 a day.
Yeah. I want to just add one thing on real quick, because a lot of beginners coming into ads mess this up. It's that you guys have to understand, when you guys are running ads, you're paying money for eyeballs. And so technically the more ads you run, the more eyeballs you get, the more purchases and sales that you might get. But also understand that like a $30 a day budget, I'm not trying to like downplay it, but compared to like a lot of like bigger brands out there that are spending like like 30,000 a month, just keep in mind that like you guys have the same suppliers, but if they're running more ads to you, like then you like, you have to make sure you take that market share. And $30 a day is the bare minimum to start.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like because of Google Ads, I would say it really opens up the ability for someone with a smaller budget to compete with people that have a big budget. It's really
Right.
not about budget now. It's just about who has a better business, marketing, sales, your website, your back end.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Tyreek said, "What about yachts?"
Yeah, I don't know if he wanted you to like just publicly announce that.
It's public. The comment's public.
Okay, fuck it. Yo, I mean, when I think of this, I'm thinking of those private jets. Like people sell private jets. You could sell a yacht. Feel me? Like
Yeah, but they're dealers. Oh, or maybe commissioners or something like it.
he's like, fuck it. He's exposed the $1 million idea, Trevor. Fuck it.
Yeah, I
Fiberglass.
don't know if you're gonna be able to drop ship yachts.
I'm pretty sure these are used, right? They have to be used.
They're used, but I don't even know what popsells.com.
But what about stuff in yachts? Like I've sold.
Yeah, like the yacht motors.
Yeah.
Or boat motors. I actually had a friend that sold a ton of these. Not the 10,000, but in the $500, $800 range.
What is
Facebook
that?
Marketplace. What is this?
Oh, a turbo. Oh, it's like those things for the boats.
Yeah, the motor.
Leonel asked, "You guys still using the Google Shopping ads pyramid strategy?"
Yep. Still use it.
The reverse funnel pyramid bottom intent strategy. How many words to it?
The tofu, mofu, bofu.
It's all like the same thing, you know. It's a concept. The names you could play around with. Yeah.
The Marcus Lamb Google Ads strategy.
Actually, I learned it from Trevor. I'm not even gonna take front. The strategy, like I learned it from Trevor. So this everything is the TZ domination strategy. But yeah, guys. Final questions. Just let us know. I need you guys, good stuff every Friday. So make sure you guys smash the like button if you can. Bitcoinmining.com, mybitcoinmining.com. That's not bad, and it's $10 a year. That's not bad.
Sheesh. Can't believe that is available. How about like premium mining?
Premium mining is crazy.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad. Only 1,100.
Only 1,100. That's the entire month's advertising budget.
Yeah, but someone has hired capital. This is a sweet domain. Premium mining. Premium. It kind of premium Bitcoin.
Trevor, you think if we were earlier to .com bubble, we would have flipped domains instead of flipping like high ticket products? Just like back then, just like buy all the domains back then and then just like flip it 10 years from now.
Yeah, I think it's pretty like it's only $10 a year. Like if someone wants a domain, like for example, what if you've just bought meta.com
I know,
or
right?
x.com? All of a sudden you'd be sitting on. I mean, obviously you don't know, you can't predict the future, but I
X.com
think
though.
it's a pretty like ROI positive thing. MyCryptoMiners.com.
That's
Holy cow!
Will age pose any legal barriers or restrictions?
Yeah. Um, you need to be 18 plus to own an LLC. So if you're under 18, then the only way around it is have someone older than 18, either your parents, your friends, family. I mean, family is parents. Help you co-sign the LLC.
I want to ask that to you, Trev, because I know you had your fair share of challenges with PayPal because you were making money before 18. So
Yep. So PayPal banned my account because I was selling fidget spinners. That was in 2017. So I was only, I think, 14, 15 at the time.
14
And
making,
then
bro.
and then eBay banned me because I was 17 at the time. You guys focus on SEO much more than paid traffic. Not really. SEO is important, but honestly, we're the paid ads guys. Like we
You
love
need
paid
to spend
ads.
money, get money, pay traffic. Do you guys run Google Ads for your clients? Like we should at this point. And just
We
like Trevor's
don't.
just so.
We don't run Google Ads for clients.
Yeah.
We just run it for our own stores.
But we
And
do
then
have a coaching program that like Trevor helps dive deep into all of your Google Analytics and help. So you guys make sure you guys apply for our one-on-one. But yeah.
I'm just amazed like these two domains are available.
Well, I bet nobody thought about like drop shipping Bitcoin miners. That's why.
Well, I thought the idea is just you know what's a crazy niche is going to be where are those things that you bury people when they're dead? Caskets, right? Caskets or coffins.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, this was like one of my very first ideas.
That's crazy good.
But the thing is, I think customer support for this is like, you're gonna need a VA working like nighttime shifts in the US, and then you're gonna get calls from people like, "Hey,
Oh,
my grandpa just passed away. I need a cough. I need this coffin delivered. This. I need it overnighted. So that's just the
That's
type
so
of people.
morbid.
Yeah, and there's only like last time I checked, only a couple suppliers, but I'm sure if some people are making money off everything, even though this is like a kind of sad niche.
Do you guys have a newsletter to promote your products? Yes.
Yep, we use Klaviyo for email marketing, and we have a pop up. We have uh, automations or flows that basically fire based on certain parameters. Usually, when they sign up for email lists, or they've been at checkout, or they are on the website but then they leave. But yeah, Bitcoin. These are two good Bitcoin domains for anyone who can do Bitcoin mining. And hopefully, we'll check back in like a year or so, see if anyone bought these, and then
100% it's gone.
they're selling them.
Probably gone by like tomorrow, to be honest. But yeah, guys, final questions? Any more questions?
Bitcoin mining store, cake store, go karts. Yeah, but at the end of the day, if your niche fits at least three of these four criteria, it's a good niche to enter. In terms of how you check low competition, because I know that's a very common question, is really, for example, if we type in massage chairs, or you could type in buy massage chairs, so should be more results. And then you go to store, where's store? And then you just want to look at the stores. The more stores that have like massage chair in the domain, or whenever you read the domain and you know it's a massage store only type store, that's going to be your competitors. Amazon, Bed Bath and Beyond, Best Buy, like
General.
eBay, these are easy piece of cake competitors that you can beat just because they're just focused on way too many products. All you really need, guys, to compete and do well with your store is just beat other retailers in a few small categories. That's it. So in this case, like Massage or Haven or Heaven, um, Relax Back, Titan Chair, those are really the only competitors. Like maybe I know this is a big brand, Osaki.
Damn. He says Stripe just suspended my account without any reason. How do I deal with Stripe, guys? I use Shopify payments right now. Stripe banned me one time. I saw me use Shopify payments first. How do you deal with it, Trevor?
Well, first of all, find out the reason why. If you're underage, that's one reason. If you're not underage and you're running a business that's like high risk on Stripe's categories, then I would recommend setting up a new Stripe, but don't choose that category. Because I know I set up a Stripe before, and then I don't remember which category I picked, but I picked a different category, and it didn't have any issues. But the thing with Stripe is they're gonna ban your account at some point. Same with
They
PayPal.
ban your account too?
Yeah, they'll eventually ban your account.
Yeah, they banned mine.
You always have to have backups.
Just gave me an email one day and said it's flagged as high risk business, and I'm just like, bro. I mean, I still got money coming in. Like, what's going on? So, yeah, I was like Shopify.
Yep. So that's how you check competitors. Over 20K searches, ideally low competition, non-seasonal, and you can check that with Google Trends. At least 10 plus suppliers, and that's it. That is the formula for picking $1 million niches. And any of the niches, even saunas, can be $1 million niches too.
Guys, you guys gotta give us a thumbs up, man. Like, we just gave you like fucking 10 different ideas, man. Like, you guys could literally go into all realms, from broad to niche to respiratory air purifiers. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. The best type of if you're gonna do saunas, you have to do a sauna domain. Like Redwood Outdoors, this might be an exception because they've been around for like 10 plus years. But like Havenly Decor, yeah, this is your typical getting nowhere dropshipper. Because they're just spam testing all of these categories. You need a more like niche down domain. Yeah, have Havenly Decor. You want like a my sauna direct type domain. That way, when someone reads it, you're the sauna go-to store. At least with this
Authority.
store, you're kind of niche down, which is a little bit more workable. But I see a lot of people. They just have like havenlydecor.com and they're selling saunas, massagers, fireplaces, greenhouses, furniture, all types of stuff. And that's why they get nowhere. You want to niche down, and you really only need to beat competitors in a few categories. That's it.
That is it. What do you guys think of all of the YouTube e-com millionaires? Would y'all do something like that? What would we do? But Trevor, what do you think about all of the YouTube e-com millionaires?
There's millionaires in every industry.
Mm.
There's even millionaires, running dumpster companies.
Oh, that's true.
That's like the type of business I would want to run.
You want
Low
to pick up
maintenance, pretty boring. Nobody thinks about. Yeah, because like at least for us, I think we pay like $50 a month or so for our trash, and like the whole neighborhood's like 20, 30 houses or something like that. Just look at all the MRR
What about dumpster
every
niche?
single month. Yeah, that's a niche for sure.
Nice. Bro, you are not paying $8,000 to take out trash.
No, this isn't a dumpster.
What is that?
I mean, it is a dumpster, but like this is not your residential dumpster. This is like something
That's
commercial.
Or...
Yeah.
That's a niche, guys. Look how it came in from the conversation.
Yeah, I've seen this store before. They have tons of unique products.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but that's it. Anything else, Marcus?
I hope you guys have an amazing day. Like, no,
All right.
please.
Sounds good. Take it or leave it. If you want to work with us, there's links in the description. And get started with building your own high-ticket dropshipping business. That's it for now.
Fridays, 12 p.m. See you guys next week.
All right. Peace.